Do not close this message until you hear everything I am about to tell you. What I am going to reveal will finally make sense of the betrayal that nearly broke you. It will explain the injustice that kept you awake at night, questioning if fairness even exists. It will illuminate the pain that was inflicted on you by people who should have protected you instead. What they meant for evil, I am turning for your good. Not someday in the distant future. Not eventually when things work out. Today, right now, in this very moment as these words enter your spirit, the very weapons that were designed to destroy you are being transformed into tools that will build your destiny. The pain they intended to break you with is becoming the platform that will elevate you beyond anything they can reach. My precious child, I witnessed every single act of evil that was committed against you. I saw the lies they told about you behind your back while smiling to your face. I heard every whispered accusation that damaged your reputation without your knowledge. I observed every scheme that was plotted in secret to undermine what you were building. I witnessed every act of betrayal by people you trusted with your heart. The co-worker who stole your ideas and presented them as their own, receiving the promotion that should have been yours. I saw that. The justice they escaped in the moment is about to catch up with them, and what was stolen from you is about to be restored, multiplied. The family member who twisted your words and turned others against you, creating division that took years to understand. I saw that. The relationships they poisoned are about to be healed, and their manipulation is about to be exposed for everyone to see. A friend who used your vulnerabilities against you, taking the secrets you shared in trust and weaponizing them for their benefit. I saw that. The betrayal that devastated you has developed discernment in you that will protect you from far worse in the future. The romantic partner who broke you in ways that made you question if you could ever love or be loved again. I saw that. The destruction they caused in your heart has created capacity for a love so pure that what they took will feel like nothing compared to what is coming. The business partner who cheated you out of money that was rightfully yours, leaving you in financial crisis while they prospered from your work. I saw that. Every penny they stole has been recorded in heaven's ledger, and the repayment coming to you will exceed what was taken. The spiritual leader who used their position to manipulate and control you, twisting scripture to serve their agenda, and wounding your faith in the process. I saw that. Their abuse of authority did not push you away from me forever. It actually prepared you to recognize genuine spiritual authority when it appears. My dear one, none of what they did escaped my attention. Not a single cruel word, not a single malicious act, not a single scheme designed to harm you. Let me show you exactly what I witnessed in the most painful season of your betrayal. 7 years ago, when the major attack happened that changed everything, I was not distant. I was closer than I had ever been. While you felt abandoned in your suffering, I was actually surrounding you with invisible protection that prevented the damage from being even worse than it was. They planned your complete destruction. They intended to leave you with nothing, no reputation, no resources, no relationships, no hope. But I intervened at critical moments they never knew about. I blocked attacks they launched that never reached you. I redirected schemes that would have succeeded if I had not been actively defending you. You survived what was meant to kill you because I refused to let them finish what they started. You maintained your sanity through trauma that drives others to madness because I preserved your mind when they tried to destroy it. You still have faith, despite their attempts to extinguish it, because my flame cannot be put out by human evil. What they accomplished was painful, but what they intended was catastrophic. The gap between their intention and their result is the space where my protection operated on your behalf. Now, before this month ends, I am converting every single attack into advantage. Every weapon is being repurposed. Every curse is being reversed. Every evil intention is being transformed into good outcome. Let me tell you how this works in the spiritual realm. When the enemy deploys people to attack you, he makes a fundamental miscalculation. He assumes that the damage they cause will accomplish his purposes. He believes that the pain they inflict will permanently derail you from your destiny. But he forgets who your Father is. I am the God who takes what was meant for death and produces life. I am the one who transforms crucifixion into resurrection. I am the master of the divine reversal, the expert at turning tables on those who set them against my children. Joseph understood this principle when he faced the brothers who sold him into slavery. After years of imprisonment and suffering, he rose to become the second most powerful man in Egypt. When his brothers appeared before him, terrified that he would execute the revenge they deserved, he spoke words that echo through history. You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. Those brothers intended Joseph's death in a pit and his erasure from history. Instead, their evil became the vehicle that positioned Joseph to save millions of lives, including their own. The very act of betrayal that was designed to end Joseph became the doorway to a destiny greater than anything he would have experienced if they had never attacked him. This is what I do. I take the weapons of the enemy and transform them into tools for my purposes. I take the pain inflicted by the wicked and convert it into power for the righteous. I take what was meant to destroy and use it to build something greater than what existed before. Every attack against you has created raw material for your elevation. Think about what suffering has produced in you. Compassion that prosperity never develops. Strength that comfort never requires. Faith that ease never demands. Character that success never forges. The people who hurt you thought they were destroying you. Instead, they were unknowingly participating in your preparation. They were unwilling instruments in my refining process. They meant evil, but I was extracting good from every blow they delivered. Consider the specific qualities that have been developed through your pain. The empathy you now carry was forged through suffering. Because you know what it feels like to be betrayed, you will never casually betray others. Because you understand the devastation of broken trust, you will be trustworthy in ways that the unscathed cannot comprehend. Your wounds have become credentials that qualify you to minister to others who are bleeding. The resilience you now possess was built through attack. Each blow that did not destroy you made you stronger. Each betrayal that did not break you developed endurance. You have been tested in ways that prove your durability. You are battle-proven, and that proof will open doors that theoretical qualification cannot access. The discernment you now have was purchased through deception. Because you were fooled, you learned how to recognize manipulation. Because you trusted the wrong people, you developed the ability to identify the right ones. Your past mistakes have become future protection. The tuition you paid through painful experience has purchased wisdom that books cannot teach. The faith you now carry was deepened through darkness. When everything around you suggested I had abandoned you, You chose to believe I was present anyway. When all evidence pointed to my absence, you held on to my promise. That faith forged in darkness is stronger than faith that has only known light. 12 specific ways the attacks against you are being turned for your good right now. The first 3 concern your character. The patience you developed while waiting for vindication that never seemed to come has prepared you to handle success without being destroyed by it. The humility that was forced upon you through humiliation has created a foundation that elevation will not corrupt. The dependence on me that developed when no human could be trusted has established a connection that will sustain you through everything ahead. The next 3 concern your relationships. The betrayal you experienced has sharpened your discernment so that you will recognize true loyalty when it appears. The loneliness you endured has prepared you to deeply appreciate the authentic community that is coming. The broken trust has taught you how to be trustworthy in ways that casual relationships never required. Another 3 concern your purpose. The injustice you suffered has ignited a fire in you to fight for others who cannot fight for themselves. The lies spoken against you have created a commitment to truth that will mark everything you do. The opposition you faced has developed a resolve that will not be easily shaken when greater challenges come. The final 3 concern your influence. Your story of overcoming evil with goodwill inspire countless others who are currently trapped in similar pain. Your testimony of transformation will reach people that polished success stories cannot touch. Your scars will become credentials that give you authority to speak into situations that the unscathed can never enter. What they meant for evil, I am turning for your good in ways they never could have anticipated. Now let me tell you what is about to happen within the next 40 days. The first promise concerns vindication that is already in motion. Those who attacked you are about to witness your elevation from a front row seat they cannot escape. The very people who tried to keep you down will watch you rise to heights they never reached. This is not revenge that you orchestrate. This is vindication that I provide without any action required from you. Before this month ends, at least one of the people who wronged you will see you in a context that demonstrates how completely their attack failed. They will see you thriving where they expected you to be destroyed. They will witness your success where they anticipated your failure. The encounter will be unavoidable. You will not have to seek them out. Circumstances will arrange themselves so that your paths cross at the exact moment when the contrast between their intentions and your reality is most striking. They planned your destruction. They will witness your elevation. You do not need to orchestrate this encounter. You do not need to plan your revenge. Simply walk in what I am providing, and let your presence speak louder than any words ever could. Some of them will be confronted with what they did and feel genuine conviction. Some will harden their hearts further and resent your success. But all of them will be forced to acknowledge that their attack did not accomplish what they intended. Your very existence will become a testimony they cannot escape. The second promise concerns restoration of everything evil stole from you. What they took is being returned to you multiplied. The reputation they damaged is being restored with interest. The opportunities they blocked are being reopened with additions. The relationships they poisoned are being healed with depth they never had before. This restoration operates on a simple principle. The enemy must repay 7 times what was stolen. Those who were used against you have created a debt that is now being collected on your behalf. Every loss becomes the basis for a greater gain. The money that was taken from you is being returned multiplied. Not necessarily from the same source, but from sources I am opening that will more than compensate for the loss. Within 40 days, you will see financial provision that exceeds what was stolen. The numbers will make the theft look insignificant by comparison. The time that felt wasted is being redeemed. Years that the locusts consumed are being restored. The delays they caused are being converted into acceleration. You will accomplish in months what should have taken years because I am compressing time to compensate for what was stolen. The relationships that were damaged are being healed. Not all of them, because not all of them belong in your future. But the ones that matter, the ones that were poisoned by lies and manipulation, are being restored with new depth that adversity uniquely produces. Within 40 days, you will see concrete evidence of restoration beginning. It might be a relationship unexpectedly reconciled. It might be an opportunity suddenly reopened. It might be recognition that was previously denied. Watch for it and recognize it as the beginning of comprehensive restoration. Let me tell you more specifically about the restoration that is coming in different areas of your life. Financial restoration is already in motion. Every dollar that was stolen from you has been recorded. Every resource that was cheated from you has been tracked. Every opportunity for gain that was blocked has been noted. The repayment coming to you is not just the original amount. It is the original plus compounded interest, plus damages. You will end up with far more than you would have had if the theft had never occurred. Relational restoration is being orchestrated. Relationships that were poisoned by the enemy through the people who hurt you are being cleansed. The lies that were told are being exposed. The truth that was suppressed is emerging. People who were turned against you are having scales removed from their eyes. Not all relationships will be restored, but the ones that matter to your future are being healed right now. Reputational restoration is in process. The lies that were spread about you are being contradicted by evidence. People who believed the worst about you are encountering the truth. Your character is being vindicated without any effort on your part. The reputation that was damaged is being rebuilt with materials stronger than the original. Emotional restoration is happening inside you, even as you receive these words. The pain that was stored is being released. The wounds that festered are being healed. The scars that remained are being transformed into testimonies. Your emotional health is being restored to a state better than before the attacks began. Spiritual restoration is accelerating. The faith that was tested is emerging stronger. The intimacy with God that was questioned is deepening. The purpose that was confused is clarifying. Your spiritual life is not just recovering, it is advancing to levels you never reached before the attack. All of this restoration is happening simultaneously. The enemy attacked on multiple fronts, so the restoration is comprehensive. Every area he touched is being healed and elevated beyond its previous state. The third promise concerns promotion that bypasses your enemies entirely. You will not need their permission, their endorsement, or their assistance. The doors that are opening for you do not pass through their territory. The elevation coming to you does not require their approval. They have no power to block what I am releasing. This is important because many people remain stuck waiting for those who hurt them to change, apologize, or get out of the way. You will not need any of those things. Your path forward does not depend on their cooperation. Your breakthrough is not held hostage by their choices. I am opening doors they do not control. I am creating opportunities they cannot influence. I am establishing connections they cannot intercept. Your promotion will happen in spheres they cannot access. with people they cannot manipulate, through channels they do not even know exist. The very systems they thought they controlled are about to be bypassed entirely. While they guard the front door, I am bringing you in through entrances they did not know existed. While they patrol the main road, I am creating new paths that go around their roadblocks completely. Let me tell you about the specific bypasses that are being created for you right now. In your career, I am connecting you with decision makers who operate outside the networks your enemies control. These people have never heard the lies that were spoken about you. They will evaluate you based on who you actually are, not the distorted image your enemies created. The fresh start will feel like being born again professionally. In your finances, I am opening streams that flow from sources your enemies cannot touch. They cannot intercept what they do not know about. They cannot block what does not pass through their territory. The provision coming to you will arrive through channels they will never discover. In your relationships, I am introducing you to people who will love you without being influenced by those who hated you. These connections will be pure, untainted by the poison your enemies spread. The community that is forming around you will be comprised of people who chose you based on personal experience, not second-hand reports. In your ministry, I am creating platforms that exist entirely outside the spheres your enemies influence. Your message will reach audiences they cannot contaminate. Your impact will happen in places they cannot reach. The multiplication of your influence will occur in territories they do not even know exist. The bypass is complete. The roadblocks are irrelevant. The path forward does not pass through enemy territory. My treasured one, I have specific instructions for this season of reversal. But first, let me tell you more about how the reversal process works and what it will produce in your life. The reversal does not just neutralize the evil. It multiplies the good beyond what would have existed if the evil had never occurred. Think about this carefully. Your destination after the reversal is not where you would have been if the attack never happened. Your destination is somewhere greater than you would have reached on your uninterrupted path. The evil inadvertently served purposes it never intended. The enemy thought he was destroying you. Instead, he was unwittingly positioning you for something he will spend eternity regretting. Every attack expanded your capacity. Every betrayal deepened your dependence on me. Every injustice ignited a fire that will fuel decades of impact. Consider what the evil has produced that good times never could have developed. The pain produced compassion that comfort never creates. You now understand suffering in ways that the unscathed cannot comprehend. This understanding qualifies you to minister to others in their pain. Your wounds have become credentials. Your scars have become qualifications. The empathy forged through your own suffering will make you effective in ways that theoretical knowledge never could. The betrayal produced discernment that trust never teaches. When everyone around you seems trustworthy, you never learn to recognize deception. But because you were deceived, you have developed the ability to perceive what others miss. You can now identify manipulation before it takes root. You can recognize false friends before they get close enough to wound you. This discernment will protect you and those under your influence for the rest of your life. The injustice produced a passion for righteousness that fairness never ignites. When everything is fair, you take justice for granted. But because you experienced profound unfairness, you carry a fire for making things right. This passion will drive you to fight for others who cannot fight for themselves. The injustice you suffered has qualified you to be an agent of justice for others. The loss produced appreciation for what remains, that abundance never develops. When you have always had plenty, you rarely notice the value of what you possess. But because you lost so much, you have developed profound gratitude for what I have preserved. This appreciation will protect you from the entitlement that destroys so many when blessing arrives. Now let me give you the specific instructions for this season. First, you must completely release the desire for personal revenge. Vengeance belongs to me alone. When you try to execute your own revenge, you interfere with my work and often create consequences you never intended. Your job is to forgive and release. My job is to vindicate and restore. This does not mean you pretend what they did was acceptable. It does not mean you trust people who have proven untrustworthy. It means you transfer the case from your hands to mine. You stop carrying the weight of executing justice and let me handle what only I can handle properly. The energy you have been spending fantasizing about their downfall is energy stolen from building your future. The attention you have been giving to their movements is attention diverted from your own progress. The focus you have been placing on their punishment is focus removed from your purpose. Say these words out loud. I release every person who hurt me into your hands. I surrender my right to revenge and trust your justice instead. I will no longer carry the burden of making them pay. I give you full authority to handle what they did, however you see fit. The moment you genuinely release them, you unleash my activity on your behalf. As long as you hold on to the case, my hands are tied by your insistence on personal involvement. When you surrender it, my hands are freed to operate in ways you could never orchestrate yourself. Second, you must begin to speak about your situation from the perspective of divine reversal. Stop telling your story as a victim and start telling it as a victor. Stop focusing on what was done to you and start emphasizing what is being done for you. Stop defining yourself by the attacks and start defining yourself by the transformation. Your words shape your reality. When you constantly rehearse the evil that was done, you keep yourself connected to it, energetically and spiritually. When you begin declaring the good that is emerging, you accelerate its manifestation in the natural realm. Change your language. Instead of saying they ruined my life, say God is using what they did to build something greater. Instead of saying I will never recover, say my recovery is producing something more valuable than what was lost. Instead of saying they got away with it, say God is handling justice in ways I cannot see but completely trust. The words you speak today are creating the reality you will experience tomorrow. Speak good over your future, even while you still feel the effects of the evil in your past. Third, you must prepare to extend unexpected grace when the opportunity comes. Some of the people who hurt you will eventually need something from you. Your moment of power will come when you could make them suffer and instead choose mercy. This is not weakness. This is strength that proves the transformation is complete. You do not have to trust them again. You do not have to restore relationship. But when the moment comes to show grace or judgment, choose grace. It will confuse them, convict them, and demonstrate that their evil truly failed to corrupt you. Joseph could have executed his brothers when they appeared before him in Egypt. He had the power. He had the justification. No one would have blamed him, but he chose grace. And that grace became one of the most powerful testimonies in human history. When your enemies stand before you in need, remember Joseph. remember that the ultimate victory is not their destruction, but their witnessing of your transformation. The greatest revenge is becoming someone they cannot destroy, regardless of what they throw at you. Fourth, you must refuse to let their evil define your expectations. The people who hurt you taught you to expect betrayal. They trained you to anticipate disappointment. They conditioned you to watch for attack. But not everyone is like them. Not every situation will repeat their patterns. Not every relationship will end the way theirs ended. You must actively choose to give new people new chances. You must consciously decide to expect better from better people. You must deliberately refuse to project their behavior onto everyone you meet. The discernment you gained should protect you from genuine threats, not isolate you from genuine blessings. Fifth, you must invest your transformed pain into transformed purpose. The suffering you endured uniquely qualifies you to help others who are currently suffering. Your wounds have given you credentials that comfort and ease could never provide. You understand things about pain that the unscathed cannot comprehend. Use this understanding. Speak to those who are currently where you used to be. Write to those who are enduring what you survived. Create for those who need to know that transformation is possible. Your greatest ministry will be to people who are still trapped in the evil that once trapped you. Sixth, you must celebrate the reversal without becoming arrogant about it. The good that is coming is not something you earned. It is something I am providing. The victory that is arriving is not your accomplishment. It is my vindication. The promotion that is manifesting is not your achievement. It is my intervention. Receive the reversal with gratitude, not pride. Acknowledge the source in every testimony. Give credit where credit belongs. The reversal that humbles your enemies should also humble you, because you did not produce it any more than they produced their own downfall. My faithful one, let me speak to your identity as you prepare for this reversal. You are not defined by what was done to you. You are defined by what is being done through you. The attacks do not name you. The transformation does. You are not a victim. You are an overcomer. You are not damaged goods. You are refined gold. Every scar tells a story of survival. Every wound that healed proves you could not be destroyed. Every painful memory is evidence that the enemy's best efforts were insufficient to stop what I placed inside you. The people who hurt you saw someone weak enough to victimize, but they were wrong. They saw someone isolated enough to attack without consequence, but they were wrong. They saw someone insignificant enough to destroy without notice, but they were so completely, absolutely, eternally wrong. You are not who they thought you were. You never were. Their assessment was based on their own limitations projected onto you. They measured you by their own smallness, but you were never as small as they believed. You are my child. You are chosen. You are called. You are equipped. You are positioned for things that will make every attack against you look pathetic in comparison to the destiny I am releasing. The tears flowing right now are the release of years of carrying injustice. Let them fall. They are washing out bitterness that has been stored too long. They are cleansing you for the season of good that is emerging from the evil you endured. The warmth in your body is confirmation. The shift in your spirit is real. Something is changing right now that will manifest in the visible realm over coming days. Something is breaking off you in this moment. The chains of victimhood are falling away. The identity of damaged goods is being replaced with the identity of refined treasure. You can feel the shift happening even as you receive these words. Let me tell you specifically what is about to happen to those who hurt you, and how your response will be part of the testimony. Some of them will come to genuine repentance. The same God who is reversing your situation is working in their hearts. They will begin to see what they did through new eyes. Conviction will grow in them. The weight of their choices will become unbearable. They will seek you out, not to manipulate, but to make things right. When they come, receive them with grace, not foolish trust, but genuine grace. Your response to their repentance will complete something in both of you. Some of them will watch your elevation from a distance and feel the sting of failure. They tried to destroy you, and they will witness your thriving. They will not repent, but they will regret. They will see what they could have been part of had they chosen differently. They will realize that opposing you meant opposing God's purposes. Their regret will be a form of justice, even if they never verbalize it to you. Some of them will harden further and continue their opposition, but their continued attacks will have no power. The same schemes that once wounded you will now bounce off the shield I have placed around you. They will exhaust themselves fighting someone they can no longer harm. Eventually, they will either give up or destroy themselves in the attempt. Either way, you are protected. Some of them will simply fade from your life and memory. The distance that the years will create will make them increasingly irrelevant. People who once loomed large in your pain will shrink to insignificance as your world expands. You will eventually struggle to remember why they mattered so much. Their power over you will dissolve not through confrontation, but through simple irrelevance. And some of them will become unlikely allies. This sounds impossible, but I specialize in the impossible. People who were once enemies will become supporters when they see the transformation in you. They will be disarmed by your refusal to retaliate. They will be converted by the authenticity of your faith. Former enemies becoming friends is one of my favorite reversals. Watch for all of these scenarios to unfold over the coming months and years. The reversal includes what happens to them, not just what happens to you. My cherished one, do you remember what I told you at the beginning of this message? What they meant for evil, I am turning for your good. Today, not someday, today. The conversion has already begun. The transformation is in process. The reversal is underway. What felt like ending was actually beginning. What felt like destruction was actually construction. What felt like death was actually the seed that produces harvest. Every evil intention is being converted into good outcome. Every weapon formed against you is being transformed into a tool for your advancement. Every curse spoken over you is being reversed into blessing. Go in confidence, my child. The same people who celebrated your pain will observe your promotion. The same voices that pronounced your destruction will acknowledge your elevation. Go in power, my precious one. The strength that was forged through suffering is now available for assignment. The resilience that was built through attack is now ready for deployment. You are not weakened by what you endured. You are weaponized by it. Go in peace, my beloved. The battle is already won. The outcome is already determined. What they meant for evil is already transformed into good. Rise from the ashes of what they tried to do to you. Rise into the fullness of what I am doing through you. Rise and let the world see the most powerful sermon ever preached. a life transformed by the God who reverses every evil. In this final moment, let me pray over you a prayer of reversal that will seal everything I have declared. I pray that every evil intention directed at you will be converted to good outcome. I pray that every weapon formed against you will become a tool for your advancement. I pray that every curse spoken over you will be reversed into blessing. I pray that every person who tried to harm you will witness your prosperity. I pray that every scheme that was plotted will backfire spectacularly. I pray restoration over everything that was stolen. I pray for multiplied return of finances. I pray for healed return of relationships. I pray for vindicated return of reputation. I pray for strengthened return of faith. I pray that what you receive back will far exceed what was taken. I pray protection over your reversal season. I pray that the enemy will not be able to interrupt what I am doing. I pray that your own unforgiveness will not block the blessing. I pray that those who see your transformation will be converted by it. I pray that your testimony will break chains for others who are still bound. I pray that you will walk in the fullness of this reversal without guilt, without shame, and without apology. I pray that you will receive abundantly and give generously. I pray that the good that emerges from the evil will mark generations. This prayer is sealed in heaven. It will not return void. It will accomplish what I have spoken. They meant it for evil. I turned it for good. Watch what happens next. The transformation has already begun in the spiritual realm. The natural realm is catching up. The evidence will manifest in days. The fullness will unfold over weeks. The completion will be celebrated for years. You will look back on this moment as the turning point. You will remember this day as the day everything changed. You will reference this word as the declaration that initiated the reversal you were waiting for. The evil is being transformed. The good is emerging. The reversal is in process. Nothing can stop what I have started. I always keep my promises. Always. Without exception. Your reversal has begun. Your good has arrived. Mark this date. Remember this moment. When doubt tries to tell you that the reversal is not real, return to these words. When circumstances seem unchanged, remember what has been declared in the spiritual realm. When progress feels slow, recall that I work on a different timeline. The evil was real. The pain was real. The injustice was real. But the reversal is equally real. The transformation is equally certain. The good that is emerging is equally powerful. The person reading these words right now is not the same person who started reading them. Something has shifted in your spirit. Something has changed in your perception. Something has begun that cannot be stopped by any force in heaven or on earth. What they meant for evil has already become good. What they intended for destruction has already become construction. What they designed for your ending has already become your beginning. The verdict is in. The reversal is complete. The good has prevailed. The story of Joseph is being written again in your life. The story of redemption from evil is being told through your experience. The testimony that will inspire millions is forming through your transformation. You were wounded. You are being healed. You were robbed. You are being restored. You were attacked. You are being elevated. You were meant for destruction. You are being used for deliverance. What they meant for evil, I have turned for good. Watch the good unfold in every area of your life. It has already begun in the spiritual realm. It will manifest in the natural realm within days. The reversal you have waited for is here. The transformation you have prayed for is happening. The good that was meant to come from the evil is arriving. Receive it with open hands. Walk in it with confident faith. Share it with grateful testimony. The reversal is complete. Your good has arrived at last. Welcome to your new chapter. The evil is behind you. The good is before you. Walk forward in confidence. I am with you always. The reversal has begun. Your testimony is forming. Go and live in the good I have produced from their evil.